Live. We're gonna build something interesting today, something pretty simple with a few things that we have here. So first of all, I'm using Arduino Nano, and you can buy this on Amazon, anywhere, and it works really well. It's just the brains of what we're trying to do. We're going to use this sensor over here. This is a sound or ultrasonic sensor. So basically, it sends a sound, an ultrasonic sound. We can hear it, and upon hitting an object or a wall, it reflects back. And based on the time it takes for that sound to return to this, we will calculate distance. So I wrote a little code here in the Arduino IDE platform. So I wrote a little code that calculates that for us. So the reason why I'm doing this, my son wanted to build something super interesting. He said, Dad, can we build a sensor or something that when someone passes through it, it will beep, it will sound an alarm. So I have this little speaker over here, and that's what I'll be using to build that. This should be very interesting and very quick. So if you want, just drop a like there or anything, or even subscribe. Let's go ahead and start building this. I might not talk much. So the first thing I'm going to do, and I'll explain how this circuit works. And if you want a copy of it, put in the comments, and I will, I'll provide a copy from Tinkercad. Yeah. So the first thing, let me show you. This is the Arduino Nano that I'm using. I'm going to connect this very soon, and it should work. I could put batteries as well. Ultimately, once this project is done, I will actually put it on, I'll print a case and see if I can make things much smaller. I'll just solder the pieces here. Similar to what I did to this one. It was a different project, or a different thing. And then I'll make that sensor for my son. So the code's gonna work this way. If the distance changes because someone crossed it, it will beep, it will sound, an alarm will go off. And it's just a little project so I can teach my kids a little bit of circuits and how they work. So the first thing I'm going to do, it's very simple. I'm going to need a couple of things like capacitors. I might actually just avoid the capacitors just to do the simple project, and then on a more on the final version, I will actually use some capacitors to prevent flyback and things like that. So let's get building here. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna put this transistor. You won't be able to see. It is a S80, hold on, what is it? I forgot, I have to read it again. Yeah, S850, that's the transistor I'm going to use. And for those that just got here, I'm going to build a little sensor that, calculates distance, but also not only distance, also will sound an alarm when the distance is too close. And we're doing this just because my son wanted something for his room just to play with. And we built this together last night. So I'm just gonna show everyone how I built this here. By using this sensor, this transistor, and the transistor works like a gate. It's very simple, right? So you see there's 3 legs here. Maybe you can see, yeah, those 3 legs. One of them is the base, one is the emitter, one is the collector. And what happens is when I send a signal, either high voltage or low voltage to the middle, it either allows the flow electricity to go from one side to another, and therefore turns things on and off. So I'm just going to put this right over here. And I know how this one works, and I can provide the schematics of this if you guys are curious. Hopefully it's all visible over there. Okay, this is gonna be very quick, so it won't take too long, not a lot of moving parts. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm not gonna do a potentiometer this time around. I am actually just going to start plugging things in. I'll do the sensor here, and I'll show you the code and how it calculates distance in just a second, as soon as it's all put together. I'm gonna put this guy over here. I might need some space. So like any other circuit, right, we want to map how the flow of electricity will go. So this is the 5-volt port right here, or the pin from the Arduino Nano. I'm going to connect right here. And I'll do the same thing for the negative, right? Do I have a smaller wire over here? This one will connect ground, which is right here. And I'll connect it right here because it has to connect to that transistor over there. They are in the very same spot. Okay, Moving forward, let me see. I need to, because I preset the pins over here to connect to this transistor, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And it's the D3 right here that will connect to the base of this transistor. And the base for this one is that middle pin. So right here, let me just push it down. Cool. This is almost done actually. It's going to be way quicker than people think. This is the ultrasonic sensor. So it sends an ultrasonic signal, it hits an object, it comes back. And based on the time it takes for it to go and go back, it gives us a very precise distance, even for a smaller distance, like a few inches. And I'm going to show how this works actually, but it's super cool, right? It sends the signal over here, hits an object, and then it comes back. So now I'm going to start plugging it in. Notice over here on the, you can buy all of this on Amazon and you can build all these cool projects. Let's see if it's visible on the camera or not. But anyways, each of these pins represents something: a trigger, the echo, ground, and the VCC. And I'm going to connect them right now. So ground, of course, will connect to ground. I'm going to put over here on the other side. There will be wires everywhere, but this is going to work. We're almost done. Now let's see the rest. I want to connect VCC to our 5 volt over here. So let me just go ahead and do that. And I'll connect right here. You might see wires everywhere, but ultimately this is going to work. If you have any questions, just let me know. Moving forward, now I have the echo and the trigger, okay? So the trigger pin I set to be number 9, pin 9 on this Arduino Nano. These projects are super easy to build. You can build them at home. You can buy this on Amazon too. I wish I had an affiliate link, but you know, my channel is too small. It doesn't even make sense. This goes 9 goes to the trigger, which is right here. Now I just have to connect the other one, which is the echo. And the echo will go from here to pin number 10 in my Arduino Nano. We're almost done. It's just if we're a little longer, gonna see how this works. The last thing I want to connect is the speaker over here. This is just a bus. It makes sound as it calculates distance. By the way, I put this resistor over here just to improve functionality. I'm going to go ahead and connect this now. This transistor, the S8050, you connect to the load or the negative ground side of the speaker or an LED if you want. You can even put an LED, but this time I'll make a sound with this. And this will be right on that line. Okay, so now it's almost all connected, and I can explain the circuit if you have any questions, and you just take a moment. The positive or the plus, I think it's right here, 28, and I'm connect right here on that positive. I think we're all connected now, and we can test it out. And I'll show, I have to move the phone to show you how the test works. So let me go ahead and do that right now, and you're gonna see it working. Let's see if I can move this thing. Maybe I just have to grab the phone. Sorry, we're almost done. I'm trying to move the base where the phone is. It's a little stuck over here, but it's coming out. Ugh. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna put it right here where I'm going to connect. Okay. Stay with me, we're almost done, guys. Right here, and this I can move and also show you the computer where the code is. Okay, so move this down. Now I'm going to plug this in like this, and it's on. Whoa, as you guys can see, it worked. So what I did here, let me move this a little bit. So here's how this works. Here is the code, as you can see. Hopefully we can focus. And it tells me the distance that it is from an object, right there. Okay, it calculates the distance. It's 28 centimeters from the wall right now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to approach an object, and you should see the numbers here changing. Okay, so it's 21. Now notice 18, 17, and the object is actually my hand. The more I approach, you see, when I reach 15, that's when I set it to trigger, right? So see, and it beeps. One more time, it beeps as I approach. So how am I going to use this? If you guys have a garage door, and if you have a, if you cross that laser, that line, the garage door stops moving. Hello, a couple people said hi here. Hi guys. Thank you for actually commenting here. I appreciate that. So just to explain a little more of the circuit over here, right? A garage door has a laser. The problem with those lasers is it has to reach another thing on the other side of the wall. And if they're not in line with each other, what's gonna happen? It's going to not work. The garage door, it won't close. This is a little different. It doesn't require anything on that side, just the wall. And as I approach to the wall and the distance gets closer, notice here, it beeps. This could be used to prevent the garage door from closing, for instance. But I'm building this mostly because my son wanted to build this little circuit. And I thought, why not make a quick video of this? We built this last night and we like building these projects. The way he's going to use this, we're going to put a potentiometer here to change that distance threshold. We're going to put against his door. And when someone crosses the door, the distance immediately changes. Check it out. I'm going to move my hand here. Do you see? So if someone walks by, it will beep because it's set to the distance. Whoa, it's loud, to the wall. And that's how we're going to use this. Now, what I need to do is something that I've done before for different projects. I have to put all of this, in fact, in one little circuit board like this one. Do you see this? So I'll be soldering the components into one of these. And as I do that, I will be able to put in a tiny box that I can print in my 3D printer. And I've done a lot of these little projects before. And then we can put against his wall. I think that's super cool. Hello, Kaidemon. Is that how you pronounce it? And Leonor Castro, thank you for actually commenting on this. If you want to build something specific, let me know. There are a lot of little projects that I do. This one here, it's probably someone I should show in the channel. It's I built and you can look in my shorts, I built a rocket-powered Pinewood Derby car that would activate a rocket based on movement. This is a gyroscope you see over here. So as soon as the Pinewood car started descending, it would activate a rocket and it would go really fast. So there's a short in this channel. You can watch. It's pretty fun. But that's the project I wanted to show you guys. If you're still here, just drop a like or subscribe. I'll be doing a lot of these projects with this channel. I long stopped playing with this channel, but I think I want to build this electronics because it's something I have fun building, and you can do all kinds of little projects. One more time, let's see. It's loud. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. This is a very short live. I'll see if when I build this over here, I'll probably make it longer, and I'll just be showing as I build and solder things into this little board. Thank you very much for actually watching this, and I'll see you guys next time.